Yeah, short-term rental can be a very valuable strategy. We've actually used this strategy several times for high-income W-2 earners, physicians, attorneys, executive tech employees who have a high tax liability but have very limited deductions. So here's how it works when it's done correctly. In one specific situation, a client was earning close to $1 million per year. He purchased a property, short-term rental for 1.3 million, putting 20% down. So cash flow was 20% down. They didn't just buy it and hope for a tax deduction, right? That's the key. You got to operate it properly. They kept the average guest stay at 7 days or less, materially participated in the activity, managed the guest communications, pricing, vendors, cleaners, property decisions, and they kept a very strong time lock, which we really, really highly recommend and require. We also coordinated a cost seg study, which accelerated depreciation and created a first year loss of over $200,000 because the property qualified as a short term rental and they materially participated. That's key. That loss was non passive. It was able to offset their W 2 income. And at a high combined tax rate, that created around $100,000 of year one tax savings. More importantly, the client used the tax code to acquire an asset, build their net worth, reducing their tax liability, really having the IRS fund their rental property. That's the difference between buying a deduction and building a strategy, building your worth instead of paying to the IRS. You get a deduction, you reduce your tax liability, and you let the IRS fund your next real estate venture. So the strategy, the short-term rental strategy is not about buying an Airbnb and hoping for a write-off. Just being on Airbnb doesn't automatically give you the deduction. It is acquiring the right asset because remember, as an investment perspective, it has to make sense. Operating it like a business, documenting your participation using accelerated depreciation properly, and then turning the tax savings into a long-term net worth for you. Extremely important.